Hi guys, it's me, Jocelyn, again, and for this vlog of Dragon Ball Z, the episode, I'll be covering the episode number 5 of Season 2, called Brood of Evil, which I have no idea why they would call it that, but a brood usually means, of a couple kids involved with it, but there are only 2 people so far that I've seen that this could apply to. Namely, I think that names are, Rainy and Zegrom, the 2 aliens that were, posing as Namekians to, steal the Dragon Ball crew's, ship and inside the Namek and their own planet afterwards. So, this is the last episode that's like a filler episode, meaning that nothing really happened in this episode that really matters in the context of the TV show. You could remove it altogether and it won't really matter that much. And, yeah. So, it's revealed that the 2 aliens that, take, Bulma and, Krillin and go on and do the Dragon Ball adventures with them, looking for the balls and stuff, are actually, in fact, ugly aliens. The bug-eyed little aliens. Well, actually, they're more like 7 feet tall. If Bulma's your average person of like 5 feet, 5 inches, something like that. So yeah, they are very unappealing to look at, and they have like these modulated voices and stuff, and they had bug eyes and 2-toed feet, much like the transformation of, more like the reverse transformation of Cell's feet later on in the show. So anyway, they monologue about their plan to take over, to take their stuff and then escape from the miserable rock that they live on. Well, go on, and Krillin are there being held captive by the Norloid, or I should say the Amnites from Hell. I went to eat them at dinner time, which is confusing because these creatures are native to the rock, and then more of them are obviously the carnivorous nature, but they I don't think that they would be able to survive much longer in such a small environment. But that's besides the point. So, do you think these aliens monologue to Boomer and the others as to what they're going to do with them and how they came across them? It turned out that the ship, the Namekian ship that they came on, was more or less crash landed onto the planet, which ejected the 3 humans, well, the 2 humans and the human hybrid with same DNA. They ejected them onto the ground and stuff. But the only person that I think would survive in the position that he was in was Krillin, being that he was the only one that was, flat up on his belly, and Bulma was unhinged over the edge of the ship, and Gohan was much in the position that I've seen actresses in instant movies. So he would his neck was crunched forward like this, and his back was up and exposed and all that. So he should be dead. He should have a broken neck or some kind of permanent injury, but he should be dead. Bulma should be dead too, pretty much, from her injuries. And Krillin is the only one that actually survived the crash landing. But another thing is that when Zekrom uses his tentacles to read Bulma's thoughts and analyze her memories of Mickey and so on and so forth, it kind of looks like some kind of a tentacle pornography with the way they extend from the head to her temples. Kind of looks like crap. What name is that episode? Not Beastmaster. Something else. In which they use a similar process to read someone's memories or thoughts. So, I also love the way when this guy is monologuing to Bulma about this, she tends not to get it, but she's a thick-headed young girl still. She doesn't get that this whole thing was a lot of illusion for them. My question is, they showed that the alien, the native aliens to this asteroid are real, and that they can go past their illusion to actually become real, manifest themselves. What I mean by that is that when even in the illusion state, they were able to pick up Gohan and hold him against his will. So then in that case, where would the other things come into play that were in their illusion? Was it really an acid pool? Was it really giant floods on this rock? Was it really a castle or a building or a tomb or a cemetery in the area? We learned that that the big ogre or giant was big pile of rocks. So would the other creatures like part of the illusion as well? What about the big giant snake that moves around separate than the actual ogre itself? Was that part of the illusion, or was a native creature to this giant miserable pile of rocks in space? Also, let's see what else there. So the two aliens tried to run off and tried to establish. He tried to hotwire the Piccolo ship so that they can escape while they leave the others behind and to rot and die on the fake Namek. So the two guys are being held by these giant water creatures. So they end up going to they figure, I can fly. So then Gohan does the Peter Pan thing and says, I can fly. So he ends up dragging a bunch of these creatures with foot in the air, then underwater, he Krillin, and therefore he gets the tentacles tangled up in each other so that they can't be released. I know I've seen that in a cartoon somewhere before, but I can't remember where it is. Also, they have a joke where they get free and then Krillin ends up with a baby creature on his forehead. I know I've seen that too somewhere too. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just remember that. So then they portray they have go underwater. Now I have a question for you. How deep is this lake? You can go underwater for minutes at a time to loosen up these alien creatures from the grip on him. You know. Number two, I would imagine that to get rid of these creatures faster, he would fly over land because they can't breathe and they can't survive on land. Number two, because they would be dragging, getting the body damaged by the rocks and the pebbles and whatnot. So that was kind of a stupid move, you know. You're gonna go into the environment where they live, breathe, and breed. So they're used to it. I just found it kind of waste of energy. So once Krillin and Gohan come, you know, when they get free arms from doing this, they end up having to use the energy attack trader to destroy these things because they're like an army of them underneath on the bottom surface of the water. So what they do is they do like a little they do like a Kamehameha, I guess, vortex, like by using the powers, and they make like one string go this way, one string go that way, and then they spin around like a vortex, like I said. But the thing is that I know that one of them has blue energy blast, you know, energy wave. But the other one has golden waves. But when they show the vortex, they show them both using the branches of both the branches are golden. So unless somebody does like double duty and fires up like this, you know, that can't possibly happen. Meanwhile, while they are getting free, two aliens are trying to unlock the ship, you know, because they need a password to get it, do it. So then they try to use all kind of words and ways to get into the ship, but they can't do it because they don't know English and whatnot. But now Bulma appears there to spy on them and see what the hell's going on. But right when they find out the password from her, they end up dumping around on the rock with their friends, and it will take them a year before they end up getting to free again from the fog around the asteroid and whatnot, the solar storm or whatever. So it's kind of weird that they do that, but yet they want to leave her home. They want to leave her here. What makes them think that they're gonna, if you need an English password or an American password to get into the ship, what makes them think that they can operate the ship without her or them? You know, they obviously need her help with speaking the language to operate the ship. So what gets, not only that, but you would think that they would be able to recognize from when they had their tentacles on them to read their thoughts as to what went on with with this. They would be able to see through her memories, that we got a ship and it needs, and then make, an English password to operate it. So Anka would give. So then she said, the word is Piccolo. So then the door drops. Right before they go up there, go hunt it. Krillin, one of the two guys says Piccolo, and it makes him go down again. But this is funny that they're like, oh man, so close. And yet they get taken away from that. And they get knocked out by one punch by the two guys. Hell, even Bulma could probably take them out. To which they say, that it would have been a lot, when we said we don't like violence, we weren't kidding. Now, this I have to ask. If they were going dynamic, and they knew that the Dragon Balls were a highly sought after object, object and stuff in the universe and things, they would obviously know that there'd be some level of violence that'd be required to get them. They couldn't hide themselves forever using disguises forever. So that's kind of weird that they were to be that naive and to be knocked out by one punch like that in a pretty pathetic punch like that. By the way, I like the way they show that the two aliens were described as the Namekians, and they kind of like flash between Namekian and normal, kind of like a disguise, like they do in some Warner Brothers cartoon shorts. Also, when one of the aliens are monologuing to Boomer, it's like he's picking up like this, like an angle, and he either looks gonna kill somebody or he got a fish face. I find that really, really funny that they do it like that. So then they show that that they escape. The Jugmo guys escape from the crew people, from the aliens. They never actually given a race name for them, but I get it wouldn't be proper to call them changelings because that's what Frieza is. They're called changelings. So disguises, whatever the case is. So none they end up but one actually does say to them that, if you just let us know that we would have been happy to give you a ride and deposit you somewhere else. You didn't have to sit on this thing and rock all the time and be miserable for the rest of your lives. Or however long it works, you have to be there for it. And he said, yeah, but you got me. It was pretty fun. To which Boy says, this week you kick off, you rock off. And, it would have been so much easier if they said to give us a ride to the next satellite or the next ship and stuff. You didn't have to put on this elaborate ruse, trick us and stuff. You could have just hooked us up with your laboratory, your permanent laboratory, your salvage spaceship, and help with our suspect health. Which, by the way, the the Dragon crew who did less to these people. You know, even though they were evil and they weren't living back home and stuff, they still owed their lives to them. You know, if they didn't come along and help them out, they would be dead. Also, the fact that Boomer says we owe you guys for letting us for telling us about a fog or whatever around the planet was. So I'd be like, tie them up, incapacitate them, you know, knock them out so that they couldn't be a threat to you, and bring them somewhere else. Bring them to I don't know, one of the moons of Iowa or something like that, you know. Because you own twice, one for saving your lives, and the other for telling you about the space storm around the rock. And then they take off. We have two guys and they say, well, you got any more ideas for getting off this planet? No, I have fresh ideas. I'm fresh out of ideas. So, they go that was a little bit of comedy too. Very, very much, refreshing. Anyway, it showed and go in the dynamic from this rocket. It's about a month to go there, and a month to go back to Earth and stuff. So, it's a little bit weird too, that they get that kind of mixed up. But then they show Goku trying to escape from his wife, Chi-Chi, in the hospital, and then being caught by the doctor and the nurse. To where they get like an evil smile, both of them, to Goku trying to escape, and say, no, you're not getting away again that easy. So then they end up putting him back there. To where I would say that Goku is by far the strongest person on Earth at this point. He goes on to become a Super Saiyan, defeats bad guys and girls, he faces intellect demons, he faces monsters of all types of aliens, you know, bad things. But there's one thing that he fears more than all that. No matter how powerful he can get, no matter what he can unlock, no matter what gods of destruction he fights, no matter what else he can deal with, no matter what his transformations are, he always fears one thing: his wife. Yeah, I would say that Goku is one of those guys who fearful of his little sweet woman. And even though there's a big power difference in them, he still feels to get yelled at and not getting any snooze from his wife. Granted, there is a good point to that, because Chi-Chi is a very good fighter. I'm sure she probably wins a lot of arguments at home. Because he likes his meals. So he's not going to say, Chi-Chi, go your room, Chi-Chi. And which Chi-Chi will probably say, fuck you, I'm not making any more elaborate dinners. So, that's the only thing that Goku actually fears. So anyway, there's a little drama. And then, when the Dragon Ball guys, when Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin get to the planet, a real pandemic, they're very surprised by how beautiful it looks. Besides the sky being green, it is very much like that of Earth, complete with popsicle and lollipop shaped trees. To where the atmosphere is even the same that they can breathe in in the atmosphere without any shoes or with any type of apparatus, like runs from Halo. And it's funny because Boomer actually remarks that the guys went outside the spaceship without knowing that they could survive in the atmosphere, but without dying immediately. But she does the same thing. She goes out of the ship without any spacesuit or without any gravity type doohickey or whatever. So that's kind of funny. I know I've seen that somewhere before too, and that's very funny. But what's even more funny is that I like to make fun of Donald Trump for being narcissistic and stuff, that he sells shoes and whatnot with his name on them and stuff. Same with Kanye West and things like that. But they pale in comparison to Krillin, who, for all intents and purposes, is a good guy and all that. He's strong in comparison to your average human being. But there's just something I noticed about this. He has a hat, much like the Caps Corp hat that I use sometimes for these vlogs. And what's really funny is that the cap that he has for this says his name and Kame-sen on it. Master Roshi's school of teaching martial arts. So that's really very narcissistic, and the fact that he ends up going to the place with the hat on. What makes him think that these people will even give a crap what his hat says? What does what makes him think that people will actually care about what he says? Who will care what his name is? He must get too many knocks to the head that he has to read the hat to find out that my name is Krillin. Anyway, they show him wearing his hat and getting all that bubble. And then they say that right at the same time that they land on the mech, Vegeta ends up coming with his little space pod. And number one, he said, better beware, Frieza, I'm coming for you. Now, add context. Now, in the show, it sounds fun. It sounds good, like that he's coming for Frieza. He's gonna fight him and beat him and all this stuff. But add context. That quote is hilarious, being that Chris Sabat has a very intense voice, a very deep voice. So it's like I'm coming for you, Frieza. I could take on another more interest context. I'm not gonna ruin it here, but it's funny. So we also get introduced to the Mega and Dragon Balls on this episode, being that we're all used to the ball being more or less a sort of fist, and it's funny that in the illusion world when they were on Fake Namek, the balls are round, but then in real life they turn into big rocks, misshapen rocks, and you would think that they would detect that by merely touching the rocks and showing that they're not perfectly round like a ball is. But anyway, the more oblong shaped. But anyway, they show the balls are huge. They're more like the size of a head. They're more like the size of that hyperface thing back there, and more or less the size of a round basketball. So there's a little bit of a difference. Maybe Perunga is compensating for something, or maybe it could just be that because now I get the whole point of the Mexicans that it's more indicative of the fact that the homes are larger. Anyway, no. Eugene said in the beginning of the episode that I won't back down, or I'm strong, so I won't cower. Which is funny because his wish is the wish for eternal life, so he can beat Frieza and finally be free from him. But yet, if you Vegeta's power level is more or less around 30,000 at this point. They got well by Goku and the others. So, if let's say he does get eternal life, he won't be able to do squat against Frieza anyway. Unless he constantly pounds over the course of a year. And he won't be able to get too many more Zenkai boosts because the Zenkai is a near-death wound. It comes from a near-death wound. So if Vegeta can't recover after that, if he gets no near-death wounds or injuries, he can't get any Zenkai boosts. So he's permanently at level like let's say 30 or 40,000 points, whereas we know that Frieza will have a power level of say 550 in its first form, and then it skyrockets from there to like 1 million, then 650 million, 6.5 million, then maximum at 120 million. So yeah, so Vegeta pretty much screwed it at this point anyway. But we also get introduced to some of Frieza's new posse, that being Zarbon and the Doria, which the Doria is based on a Dorian fruit. The spiky thing that sends the snake's lot. Now, I would imagine that Dory does stink a lot because it doesn't head back them out. He does, he's pink. That's what's going for him. I believe that in the first fight between Dory and Vegeta trounced him. So there's always a bigger fish to fry in the Dragon Ball universe. At first we thought that Vegeta was the end-all be-all, but then he got beat by Goku and friends. But now we got Zarbon to worry about Frieza and some of the other people, like the Cobra Head that we've seen with the Dragon Ball. And one other thing too that what's the name, that Bowman noticed about Dragon Balls. I got 4 Dragon Balls on the radar screen, to wit, the one that Frieza collected, but yet the radar says 6 balls and 3 dots. That was a little confusing for me. But the thing I noticed that the background for Namek as well. The fake Namek were more or less like I think in watercolors, which is a very nice touch. Because later on in the show they get more CGI and more, that kind of thing. But it's neat to see watercolors for the plot end up going kaboom. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode being the first Namek, and Gohan and Krillin are the only two fighters in the show. And when Vegeta ends up crashing into the planet, they're like, "Go home, Bulma. It will take 2 months to come back with Goku, but we can hold our own again." Vegeta at least. And without betting our lives, Bulma's like, "Okay, guys, I'll go home." Now, I would think that if Bulma and Krillin at least were close from years and years of getting to know each other, being friends and stuff by Goku, the son Gohan is there, I would think that would be more of an attachment type of thing. But Bulma's like, "Nope, bye bye, see ya, good luck to you. Happy trails." That was too much of a callous move for her to leave him at the drop of a hat and save her own skin. And that was actually really sad there too. But also another thing too is that when it came to the aliens from Fake Namek, she could have used that tongue for other things. It's like long prehensile tail tongue. She could use it to grab objects and have a little bit of fun with that. But no, she decided to leave him alone. She wanted to be a good girl. And that was like really funny. So anyway, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this episode. It's a new chapter, it's a new part of the Dragon Ball lore. You get to see Namek for the first time. It's very good. You see the medicine with Frieza, and I miss the oceaned up Frieza, the old lady Frieza. That was awesome. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. And I would like to see what would happen when Vegeta starts firing out more blasts. Because whenever he's involved, especially with the Ginyu Force and with Zarbon and Doria, he doesn't spare enough fireworks on this magical at all. With no armor too, not less. So, they all got band together against Frieza eventually. Among other things too. And yeah. Here. Anyway, I give this episode my happy face seal approval. And thank you very much for watching my video on the 5th episode of the second season. Called The Brood of Evil. It was fun to see it. And it was really fun to see it. Fighting with all the aliens and stuff. By the way, I noticed that as far as the aliens are concerned, the ones that are more bipedal, human-like, they have more intelligence and more control. Whereas, like other movies with aliens involved, they're more of the ones that have more animalistic creatures tend to be more of mindless animals, like with the Naloi and with dogs, cats, and whatever. But with humans, saying where Frieza is, they tend to be more in control of their bodies and stuff. And I would like to see them more of like an alien creature that with like a slug that can control that has key control. Anyway, if you guys like what you see here and want to see more on my channel and stuff, you can always like, comment, and share my video, or subscribe to it if you want. And, my channel if you want. Also, you can comment or text me at 631-707-3707 if you want to influence any future content on my channel. Also, keep me on Twitter or X if you prefer at PMasterPro. Also, my email is at jjsviewingchannel at gmail.com. So, in the name of the Kira, Goku, and the Holy Kamehameha, I salute you, all you Dragon Ball fans. And peace out, my brothers and sisters. And all you girls and guys in Instant Land.